Boy, oh boy, isn't it just absolutely amazing how many countries are keeping their money, their gold, in London. Again, it's London and the U.S. Fed. That's the two places. Bank of Australia admits 99.9% of its gold reserves are held in the Bank of England's vaults. Thanks to silver doctors. He says, how do you say rehypothecation in Australian? It's not put another shrimp on the bobby, I can assure you. It's called, we leased out your gold and we don't have it back right now. Can we just send you a check in, in euros, paper for the difference? Right. After months of persistence, our friend Greg from AUS Bullion has received written confirmation from the Reserve Bank of Australia that the bank holds all but 80 kilograms of Australia's gold reserves at the Bank of England. Out of 80 tons of physical gold, less than 0.1%, a tenth of a single percent, is actually held inside Australia. Now, let me just ask you something. Well, let me read this. Let me just finish this real quick. The central bank defends London's storage of Aussie gold, stating that London is a major global gold trading market, and the Bank of England provides a secure and cost-effective storage location for central banks and market participants. The Reserve Bank has processes in place to ensure that the gold reserves are maintained appropriately. It is not considered necessary from management, security, or operational perspectives to relocate the gold bars to a facility in Australia. I'm not the smartest guy in the world. Let me scoot this little mic over here. I've said that before. I'm not the smartest guy in the world, but from over here, seems like somebody's being lied to. And they're trying to come up with good reasons why it's, normal or something. If you, let's just say husband and wife, you meet your wife, get married, got a joint bank account, of course. And when you met her, it was pretty much, let's just say it was your bank account. You had all the bucks. You had all the money. She came over and kind of married into you. This is just a little analogy, so bear with me. Yeah, we're married. Now you get to basically tap into my bank account, so to speak. Now it's a joint account. We're married. It's our account in my bank, right? But since you're the wife and I'm working and stuff, you're going to handle the financial stuff. I'm just going to work. You deal with the paperwork, that old thing. And one day, after years of marriage, she pays all the bills. Everything's good. You just kind of question her one day. It just comes up out of nowhere. What bank do we use again? Huh? What bank do we use again? I haven't had to write a check in years. You handle all that stuff. What was our bank again? Wasn't it Bank America? No. No, it's not. What? When we married, it was Bank of America. It was my account. When did that change? Because again, no one knows these federal. You think these Federal Reserve or central banks, like, just blatantly tell the whole country, hey, today we're taking so-and-so tons of our country's gold, your gold, you people's gold, and we're transferring it to London. You think they made like an announcement or something? Or they just did it because we have the authority to do so? We certainly don't want to announce that. We'll just do it under the table. No one will ever find out. And if someone finally questions us years and years later, well, we'll deal with that then. So here we go. Back on the husband and wife scenario. No, honey. We used to have Bank of America. In other words, no, honey, the gold used to be stored in our own country. In our bank account. The bank across the street, so to speak. Our bank. I could walk there and get my money out kind of thing, right? No, it's in my friend's bank account. What do you mean your friend's bank? Who's your friend? They actually live in another country. And I've just decided that giving it to them is very secure. And I've got I have processes in place to ensure that our money is maintained appropriately. You'd probably flip out. You'd probably stab your wife right in the face. Right there. Boom. You closed my bank account, our bank account, and gave it to another party, another person in another country where we have no rules or laws or anything to protect us. Yep. Do you think you'd have to even ask, well, like the next question, why? Like, why would you do that? I mean, if she's doing that, you would automatically say, oh my God, she's ripping me off. All these years, she's been taking my money. You would urgently say, honey, before the end of the day tomorrow, I need that money wired back into a United States bank account, across the street. Let's just call that Bank of America, because I love Bank of America and JP Morgan. Yeah, right. And if you don't have it done by tomorrow, I'm going to murder you. That's probably what you'd said. That's probably how the conversation would go. So, the central banks, hang on. Mute button, because that would have been devastating for you to hear blasting your speakers. The central banks, as I've already said this. I already told you this is what you're going to find in country after country after country after country that has a central bank, and all countries pretty much have central banks. Mexico did it. India did it. I've named numerous countries that have done it. Germany, remember Germany recently? Germany's gold is over there too, right? They had a little issue too. They want the rest of their gold back now. You can see where this is going. So, a funny statement I've read reading this. It is not considered. Let's see, where did that say that at? London. Oh yeah, this is their central bank of Australia. It's saying this. Ready? London is a major global gold trading market, and the Bank of England provides a secure and cost-effective storage location for central banks and market participants. You don't think that they're using these countries' gold as fuel for the market participants, such as, man, we've got to sell some paper gold today. We're driving the prices down. And the appetite for gold and silver is absolutely ferocious, and we don't have enough to give people. So they're probably taking other countries' gold, as we've discussed numerous times, to put these fires out on Wall Street and wherever else, the COMEX and that kind of thing. The question is, which party is going to get the tungsten-filled gold bars? Is it the party that they're trying to put these fires out, the guys demanding delivery, or is it the countries themselves? Now, again, you do that to a country, I think the country is going to be pissed off enough to go to war. If you did that to some schmuck playing the paper markets, or a company or a hedge fund, even if it's billions and billions of dollars, it's still a little entity. It's not a country. Seems like you'd want to screw them over first. So, okay. So, that remains to be seen. All I know is we've already heard stories of tungsten-filled gold bars. Webbot called this well in advance and said, basically that what you're hearing about is not even worthy of saying a Webbot hit. We're talking major stories of tungsten-filled gold. That's what they're looking for. So here's another country. This is the worst one I've seen. 99.9% of their gold is in another country. And they're saying, but their system, their secure system is just great. We love it. That's why our gold's there. You don't have the money as a freaking country to build your own secure vault. You only got 80 tons. You could put that in my house. You could put 80 tons of gold in my house right now. Okay? Seriously, stack it up. You could do it, no problem. Right. So anyways, Australian people, you're about to be screwed by the bankers. Take care.